Hi, Georgie.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. What's cooking today?
Not much. Another day living the dream.
All right. You're better than most.
I know.
Um, let's dig into one question today. And this concept has been coming up a lot for me, and it sounds like for you also, especially early in conversations with new clients. They'll say, I know what to do, I just don't do it.
Yes.
So how can we get those folks who already know what to do, so they've got half the battle covered, they know what to do, how can we get them to do what they already know how to do?
That is such a classic thing. I think most health professionals or fitness professionals have heard that a lot. um, on the bright side, it's nice if somebody says, I know what to do, I'm just not doing it, because it beats being completely lost and going, I don't even know what I need to do. So if somebody says that to me, or when they say it to me, I try and get a little more specific so I can hear what it is that they have in mind that they need to do. Most of the time, it's legit. They have solid nutritional information about some behaviors and actions that, if they did consistently, would result in better health or meeting their other goals. But sometimes the thing that they quote know to do is actually not going to help them. It's I need to adopt this restrictive meal plan, or I need to cut out animal products, or I need to, it's something that's not, I'll say, evidence-based to work. So first, I like to hear what actually it is that they're thinking is the thing that they should do. And as I said earlier, most people have something fairly reasonable. They'll say, I should stop eating when I'm satisfied. I should stop eating candy for fun in the evening, watching TV. They have pretty good idea of what are the healthy habits and what are less healthy habits. Um, so the interesting part then is we get to talk about, why aren't you doing it? Because knowing is not the same as doing, clearly.
Mhm.
Um, and the ranges of reasons that people can not be doing something that they feel like they do indeed want to do are like so diverse. So definitely it's an individual question, but for people that are listening, if you think of something that you know would be good for you and you actually desire to do it and you're not doing it on a consistent basis, I would ask yourself, what is good about not doing it? Maybe I really like eating candy on the couch every evening. And so, putting that away, the thing that I'm telling myself I should do, is difficult because I like the status quo. Um, Another thing that you can look at is, and I know you said this earlier, if we're thinking like, yeah, the things I should do are go to the gym, eat less, stretch every evening, drink only filtered water, eat kale smoothies for breakfast, if they have like a laundry list of things, nobody's going to do all of them. That's a lot, a lot of complicated behaviors. It gets really daunting. So if you know what to do, but you're considering doing everything at once and not taking action, you're only human. You're overwhelmed. So break it down. Try doing one little piece at a time. Um, Kind of in line with that little piece approach would be, find the bunny slope. And the bunny slope would be like the easiest time and place situation to do that. So like if you want to practice snowboarding, you want to find the gentlest hill with no trees on it. And if you want to practice stopping eating when you're satisfied, you might find it easier to do at breakfast or lunch than dinner, which is common for a lot of people. You don't want to do it on a particularly emotional day, and you
Yeah.
probably don't want to do it with a super special, hard to moderate treat food that you hardly ever have, because those just increase the challenge. So setting yourself up to make things easy is actually way more advanced than thinking that you should do it the hardest possible way and then not doing it. So
Yeah. I love that you're pulling into like not just making the task itself small, but like making the environment to practice it more ideal and not having as many distractions or other things going on that are going to make it harder. Like
definitely.
at a party or being out to eat inevitably are going to be harder. It's going to be harder to practice that thing than if you're home having a meal at home that you've cooked and you're enjoying it with one or two other people.
Yeah, definitely. Having company or distractions makes a lot of the food practices that we teach people more difficult to do in the moment, because
Yeah.
your attention is going to be divided between what you're doing and, paying attention to your dining companions. Um, and as you said, being at home is easier for almost everything I can think of, except if you're at home with multiple servings of a treat. Like if I want to learn how to eat one scoop of ice cream, like setting myself at home with a half gallon is just not the bunny slope. The bunny slope would be going to an ice cream parlor with somebody, telling them that this is my deliberate practice to eat a serving of ice cream, and then telling them that we are leaving the ice cream parlor after we get our ice cream, and keeping it lighthearted, and thinking about how to make it easy on myself. So
Yeah, and allowing yourself to not fall into the perfectionist thinking trap that you have to practice it in every setting all the time. Like it is
that's
okay
such a
to
good point.
it's okay to score some wins for yourself and create a little momentum and increase confidence around the practice, and then try and scale it up into those more challenging environments.
Yeah, you mentioned almost like the consistency aspect there, that like you have to start by doing something a time or two or
Mhm.
three, but very rarely will somebody go from not doing the thing they know to do to always doing the thing they know to do. There's a lot of like dabbled in the middle, where I'm doing it some of the time, but I'm not doing it all of the time.
Yeah.
And what we do in that middle ground, if we give ourselves positive reinforcement and go, hey, I only did it twice this week, but that's twice this week that I did it. Go me. So 5-5. That'll move you closer to doing it 4 times a week and 5 times a week and then 7 days a week. But
Right.
if you get to that middle ground and go, I only did it 2 days this week, I suck. Why can't I do this? It must be that I have a character flaw, or it's too hard, or I'm not cut out for this, or I can't do it because I have kids. And we'll come up with reasons or self-blame, and we'll just end up quitting on it because we didn't give ourselves any positive reinforcement for the 2 times we did it. So we go back to 100% not doing it.
Yeah.
So if you find you're getting into the staggered ground in the middle where you're doing it some of the time, lay on the positive support, give yourself credit and pats on the back. And remember that everybody walks before they run. You have to get reps and practice and fall off and get back up and do that to become more consistent.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. And one thing I've found myself saying to clients recently is like, if we look at this as a game, I want you to win the game. And guess what? We get to make the rules of the game. So let's rig
Totally.
it so we
Yes.
win.
Rig the game so you win.
Yeah.
It's true, because nobody else loses in this case. So
Right.
it's not like you're, cheating somebody else. Like you're literally the only person in this event. So like,
Let's win.
let's win.
Right. This is
Awesome.
awesome, Georgie. I hope folks can put some of this stuff into practice and stack up some wins.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That was a great question. Thanks.
Well, thank you.